Once upon a time, there was a small, quiet town. People lived simple lives. In this town, far from the center, lived an old witch. Her name was Fury. Everyone in the town talked about her. They whispered about her. They were afraid of her. No one went near her big, dark house. Fury was a witch, and she wanted to do strong magic. But Fury had a problem. She was very clumsy. Things often fell from her hands. She often stumbled over her own feet. She was not a bad witch, but she was not very good at magic. Fury had a best friend. It was her dog, Bowlby. Bowlby was a small, fluffy dog. He loved to run and play. He loved his owner, Fury, very much. He was always happy. One spooky autumn day, Fury was in her kitchen. A big black cauldron was on the fire. Smoke went up from it. She was making a new potion. This potion was for mischief. She wanted to steal laughter. She wanted to change happy smiles into sad tears. Fury stirred the green liquid in the cauldron. She was very focused. But Bowlby was a playful dog. He ran around the kitchen. His tail moved fast. He bumped into chairs. He barked happily. "Bowlby, move away," Fury said. Her voice was not angry, but a little tired. "You will spill my potion." "It is an unhappy potion. I want to share it with the townspeople." But Bowlby did not stop. He ran faster. He barked louder. He jumped near her feet. Just then, Fury grabbed the wrong bottle. She poured sugar powder potion instead of bat claw potion without realizing it. She filled a tiny glass bottle and began her spell with great excitement. Laughter to tears, smiles to fears, sweet dreams to spooky screams, she chanted. Just then, silly Bowlby tangled up at her feet again. The witch stumbled over her old broom, and the potion splashed all over her poor dog. Bowlby blinked, confused, and looked around. Then, poof, he turned into a giant bouncing candy. Fury stared at her potion bottle, then at her candy dog, not believing her eyes. The candy bounced around the room, jumping up and down, and the witch chased after it, shouting in panic, "Bowlby, don't run. I'll fix this." "Stay right there, sweet boy." But the candy jumped right out the window and splashed into the pond, melting in seconds. Witch Fury gazed sadly at the rippling, sugary water. "No, Bobby," she whispered. The story spread quickly through town, everyone adding their own spooky twist. People said the Wicked Witch finally got what she deserved. They cheered that she could no longer curse anyone and decided to celebrate with candy and laughter. But among them was a kind girl named Millie who felt sad hearing everyone mock the witch. But she wasn't evil, Millie whispered. She was just clumsy, and she lost her best friend. From that day on, the townspeople decided to celebrate that same day every year as Halloween. Kind-hearted Millie decided that every Halloween she would feed the street animals to honor the witch's dog. A few years went by. Witch Fury kept the sadness of losing her dog and the anger of being laughed at deep inside her. She began to plan something evil to punish those who had hurt her. On that year's Halloween night, she put on a disguise and wore a huge pumpkin head. She thought no one would recognize her this time. "You'll all pay for making fun of me," she shouted with a wicked laugh. She took a bottle of the same potion that caused that old accident and stepped out of her mansion for the first time in years. Her pumpkin costume was so good that nobody realized it was Witch Fury. She began knocking on the doors one by one. "Trick or treat?" she asked in a spooky voice. "Treat? Here's your treat," Fury said and sprayed her potion right at him. The man instantly turned into a huge bouncing candy. "Now let's see you laugh at me," Fury cackled. Fury didn't stop. She kept knocking on more doors. This time, a cheerful little girl opened the door. "Trick or treat, treat." "Here's your treat," said Fury, and splashed the potion all over her. The happy girl turned into another giant bouncing candy right before the witch's eyes. Meanwhile, Millie, who was outside feeding stray animals, was shocked to see huge human-sized candies bouncing around the streets. At first, she thought they were just costumes, but one sticky candy bounced past her, leaving a sugary trail behind. Before she could understand what was happening, she saw a giant cookie and a caramel apple jumping by too. What's going on here? What are these giant sweets? Millie cried in surprise. Millie ran toward the direction where all the bouncing candies were coming from. And what did she see? A person in a pumpkin costume spraying potion on people and turning them into colorful bouncing candies. The pumpkin-headed figure laughed loudly as the candies bounced around. Millie shouted at her right away. "Hey, who are you? What are you doing to these people? Stop right now." When the witch saw the young girl running toward her, she panicked and started to run away. A breathless chase began down the street. As she ran without looking back, the witch bumped into a Halloween stand, sending dozens of pumpkins rolling across the street. Millie jumped over the rolling pumpkins one after another and kept on running as fast as she could. The witch then tripped over some Halloween decorations. Just as Millie was about to catch up, the witch slipped away into a narrow alley. But the alley was a dead end. Finally, Millie cornered the strange-looking witch. The witch pressed her back against the wall in fear. Millie reached out and struggled to lift the big pumpkin head off her. She gasped in surprise. It was Witch Fury herself. Witch Fury, it's you! Why are you hurting people again after all these years? You must stop. They deserve it, Millie. While I was crying over losing my dog, they turned this day into a festival. They even call it Halloween. In that moment, Millie saw the truth behind Fury's angry face. She realized Fury wasn't truly evil, just a lonely, heartbroken woman who had lost her best friend. Millie told her that she understood her pain, but hurting others would never heal her heart. You know, Fury, Millie said gently, kindness is the strongest potion of all. It can heal broken hearts. I have a wonderful idea. Wait here. Millie picked up a small stray puppy who was playing among the bouncing candies and brought him to the witch. Look at him. Isn't he sweet? Maybe this little one wants to live with you. Fury's eyes sparkled the moment she saw the puppy. He looked just like her old dog, Bowlby. Millie told her, if you promise to stop doing bad things, this puppy can stay with you forever and make you happy again. As the witch petted the little dog, her heart softened. All her anger and darkness melted away. I promise, this dog will be my best friend from now on. Thank you, Millie. The witch and her new puppy carefully mixed a counter potion and sprinkled it over the bouncing candies, turning them one by one back into people again. She named her new puppy Candy. From that day on, Fury was no longer a wicked witch. She became a kind, animal-loving sorceress. Every Halloween, just like Millie, she dressed up in fun costumes and went out to help street animals. Her dog Candy never left her side. And so, everyone in town learned that even the loneliest hearts can warm again with a friend's love.